Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Ever since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention and Sunday Igboho also in detention, but this time around in different countries, Nigerians have been reacting. Don't forget that these duo are both Nigerians but have some sort of citizenship also elsewhere. And Nigerians have been talking. A lot of Oduduwa Republic have been demanding that Sunday Igboho has the rights to so many things, and his rights was infringed on when DSS actually were bombarded as it went into his home. All right, and of course Mazi Nnamdi Kanu too, a lot of Biafra lovers, supporters of freedom have been hampering upon it that he was abducted, and hence that technically speaking, based on international law, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still is in Kenya, where his international passport, British international passport, was last seen. A lot of tosses here and there, and of course that's also generated lots of reactions and controversies, and of course people as well as the Biafrans and the Oduduwa Republic have formed a synergy over their people, over their leaders who have been agitating. Some persons have been saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more you keep him detained, the more you are forming a Nelson Mandela image for him. Well, the likes of Kemi Olunloyo have a different perspective to this, and he's bringing it in a different light. Nigerians are beginning to call her out, and of course, some have been for, some have been against. But the moment you're going to find out the angle she's coming from. Honestly, I don't know where she's coming from, that angle. But we're going to do that now. But before we do so, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it, get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Welcome you, Olunloyo. It's a popular Nigerian journalist and also a blogger. Many people knew her in Nigeria. She gave a vital information to people who support and encourage the activities of Sunday Igboho and that Sunday Adeyemo and Nnamdi Kanu. According to her, she said she believes in one Nigeria and she will always believe in it. She said she discovered that Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho are citizens of Britain and Germany, respectively. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen and Sunday Igboho is a German citizen. So for them to be citizens of these great countries of the world, they have nothing to lose, unlike any of us who have Nigeria as our only country. She said they believe they are helping us, but they are destroying us instead. They are creating enmity between us in Nigeria. She said no one should follow or encourage them. They are not helping any one of us in this country. They are causing more harm than good to us in this country. I'm quoting her now. She said if there's any chaos in Nigeria today, they will be the first people to run to their other countries. They won't stay in Nigeria to sort out the whole chaos. Neither will they think of finding a solution to it. We all will be the ones to suffer while they will fly away with their families into a safe place. She also said that those gunmen who go around bringing down properties in Nigeria, when they are caught, won't be easy. It won't be easy for them. The prison is a very hard place to be. She's been in prison for like 6 months. It was not a nice place to stay at all. This is an advice to those supporting the breakup of this country. Quite a big one, I must say. And she came from a very technical point of view. But if you're one person who the only country you have is Nigeria, if you don't have any citizenship anywhere, you may really tend to look into her analogy. It makes a lot of sense, just in the fact that a one-eyed man does not play with the only eye remaining. A two-eyed man can decide to play with one of the eyes simply because even if one goes off, you still have one, to rely and leverage on. But for one who already has one eye, he will not want to do anything, that would destroy the other, the only one available. Well, lots of persons have been saying that Kemi Olunloyo is actually saying this simply because she's actually looking forward to getting some sort of appointment, and she has not meditated, she has not hidden her intention at all. But looking at, it's always good to look at things, both sides to the coin, both ways. Question is, what led to these people agitating? All right, if the country was functional, if the country was moving well. I'm talking about basic amenities, security, networks, everywhere fully secured, electricity available, good schools, good roads, everything you could think of that can make a country lovable, 100%, functional and effectual. Nobody would think of, agitating. Even if they did, they would have zero followership, zero in every true sense of the word, because who would listen to you when there's security? Who will listen to you when they are well paid? Who will listen to you when they have adequate basic amenities? They can, make calls, they can go out, nothing. You can basically come out of your door without, locking it. You know, nobody, if you're agitated, they will ignore you. They just look at you as somebody who is insane. But in a situation where things are not functional, and you begin to see your tribesmen being marginalized, lopsided appointments, here and there, and insecurity, you keep screaming for help and no help is coming, you're now resorting to self-help, all these things are what gives rise to the agitation. All these things is what encourages the agitators to agitate, and what makes them to have growth in followership and fan base is simply because they listen to these guys. They seem to make a lot of sense, and they look at the situation of things in Nigeria. It looks as if the future is bleak, and they're like, okay, it looks like this guy has more better plans in stock for. Let's move with him. Okay, so sometimes if you want to, bring this whole issue of agitation down, you don't want anybody to follow, you don't want anybody to go, make it work. Those who have been marginalized, bring them into the picture, bring them into the family, bring them into the fold. Let them have a taste of love. For those who have been screaming insecurity, let there be issues of insecurity tackled. Then let there be no two types of law, one that favors this and one that doesn't favor that. Let the law be for all. When justice, equity, and fairness is being served, Nigeria is one of the greatest country you can think of. But when some persons are feeling like kings and others are feeling like slave, even though it's supposed to be a partnership win-win situation, then anything sort of that, short of what the people want, they will go for it. If you're giving them what they need, why not? If not, no. But now, Kemi Lawyer is looking at an ideal situation. Is Nigeria an ideal situation? If it is, then there won't have been any need for agitation at all, and no one would have even followed them when they make that noise for agitation, because you are having a field time, you're having a lovely time in your country. But that's not so. Let's meet in the comment section. Kevin is giving us an ideal situation, but is the country really in an ideal situation? Let's